The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball. Welcome to the 20th year of the Scholastic Ball Report. We've got a great show for you this week. As always, we have a feature from WKYT from around the state. A Roberts Insurance Team of the Week is the Paris High School Greyhounds football team. Crown Trophy Scholar Athletes of the Week, George Rogers Clark volleyball team are in. They're great. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week with some great sports action. From UK Sports Medicine Healthcare, we have Rob Ullery in the house. Well, we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. We've got them. It's called Game Time with Brian Milam and Lee K. Howard.
Belfry and LCA, they have championship caliber programs with very contrasting offensive styles for how they get there, but both are very effective. Well, the Eagles, they like to sling it around, and why would you not with a quarterback like that? Cutter Boley, the sophomore, showing off why everyone in the country has him on his radar. Boley going deep to a wide open Will Nichols. I mean, wide open. 28-0 Eagles. We're in the first quarter. Life's a beach. Belfry, meanwhile, unable to find much offense. Ace Cottle stuffed in the backfield by, who else? Nichols catches touchdown passes, makes tackles. Ensuing possession, LCA going back to the air. Boley over the top to Parker Cheney. He's got a date in the end zone, and he's taking everyone with him. I mean, everyone.
He's
Check
not paying, though, I guarantee.
Yeah, he's not. LCA gets the running clock. They get the win 36-7.
After a 2-year hiatus, the annual bloodletting known as Danville and Boyle County is back on. 21 state titles between the two schools. They call it Titletown for a reason. First Titletown showdown for both Mark Peach and Justin Haddock's very first snap of the game. Boyle, little trickeration, working to perfection. Montavian Quisenberry in motion, takes the handoff, fires a strike to Cole Sims, 66 yards at 7-0. Still in the first, Sage Dawson keeps it, dives in for the 15-yard score. Boyle up a baker's dozen, and they kept it on. Not many highlights for the Admirals. Here's one. Demarie Brown on the jet sweep. Huge gainer, 36 yards. But it was 41-0 at the half, and Boyle wins going away, 41-7.
Neighbor helping neighbor. At Whitaker Bank, we believe in giving back to our communities. Through our many sponsorships, we help provide our fellow Kentuckians with family-friendly fun and events, and scholarships to help students reach their dreams. We're invested in Kentucky, and more importantly, in you. Whitaker Bank understands our communities and its people, because we're from here. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
This Labor Day, you need to come see us at Burke Furniture with bigger discounts, which means bigger savings. Plus, get 0% financing for 24 months. Incredible savings on quality furniture like Bernhardt, Craftmaster, Hooker, and Flex Steel. Up to 60% off with huge Labor Day deals on everything in our store. Over 65,000 square feet of furniture and mattresses. And most items are in stock and ready to be delivered. Don't miss one of our biggest sales of the year, the Burke Furniture Labor Day Sale.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I recently continued my legal education at Harvard College of Law's program on negotiation. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. At this executive education course, I learned some of the most current and cutting-edge negotiation techniques. The attorney you hire can become one of the most important decisions of your life. You and your family only have one shot at full and fair compensation. Make sure the attorney you hire is prepared. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
In small eastern Kentucky towns, communities wait all week for those Friday night lights to come on. Here in Breathitt County, these lights were shining bright on a community that has seen so much darkness. The first time stepping on the field and hearing the crowd. Our feelings the Breathitt County Bobcats didn't know if they would experience this year after the floods ruined their facilities.
We would be up to water in our necks right now, and all of the equipment, the trophies, everything that these players need to get through, all of their helmets, everything covered in mud.
The team, like many in Breathitt County, has suffered tremendous losses from the floods. Not having a season was ever an option.
We have players that don't have homes, we have players that don't have vehicles, ways to get around. So this is a way for a little while to say, we're going back to normal.
The field is still muddy in places, and some parts are not really usable. But it doesn't matter. This game, this season, are both happening.
We really wanted to get this game ready. There was some question a couple weeks ago if we could pull this off, because when we first started, we had a little bit of doubt if we could pull it off. But as every day progressed, we think we could do this for the kids and the community.
For a few moments, you're just involved in that. You don't have to think about the world and the mud and the smell and all those other things.
A moment to take a breath and celebrate the touchdowns.
Just be good to see our community come together. Just to be able to socialize and talk to some people that maybe we've not got to check on or see.
And certainly a victory for this team, this school, and this community. Of course, there are reminders still of the floods just a few weeks ago, but the best reminder of all is how strong this community is. In Breathitt County, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. Paris High School, the Greyhounds from football team with its football coach, Tyquan Price, 3 of his players. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Hey, guys. How are you? Thanks for having us.
Coach, tell us about your season so far this year and the teams you played that have been really tough.
This season, it's kind of quite the opposite of last season. We've hit the ground running. We started the season with two scrimmages. We held a 4-way tournament, which we did, fairly well in. A couple 3A and 4A schools came down. And then, our preseason game or scrimmage, we hosted Montgomery County, which we did really well in as well. Obviously some things we wanted to fix, going into the season. And then we opened up, with our Hall of Fame game with Frankfort High School. And I think, the score was 56-30 maybe. So, we've been able to put up some points, through these first 2 weeks. Last week, kind of the same outcome, high offense, trying to limit our opponents to, as little as we can.
Describe the makeup and the experience you have on your team this year.
We play Class A football, so sometimes numbers, they limit you to what you can do. And, we're sitting at about 39 guys right now. It seems like, every week, 1 or 2 triple in as, we, continue with the success. But, really, with Class A, you've got sophomore and a couple of juniors up here. So, we're not real senior heavy like a lot of teams will see this year. We only have, 3 or 4 seniors, most of which just came out. Really, we try to rely on our speed. If we feel if we can get to the outside, we really, got the edge on them. We've got a great, great guys up front. The best part is, we're still young. Our front line is still young.
Introduce your players with us today, Coach.
Okay. To my left is quarterback Caden Frederick. Next to him, junior running back Jakari Ransom. And then next to him, we've got junior Zion Webb. He plays a little D tackle and offensive guard for us.
Jakari Ransom, I've heard that name. You're an outstanding player. How old were you when you started playing football?
I was probably about, say, three, 4.
Describe what you work on outside of practice to improve your game.
I work on my speed, um, catching the ball, routes.
What are your personal goals for this season?
1,000 for my rushing yards and 1,000 for my receiving.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that in the next 2 years.
Caden Fredericks, you're the quarterback on the team. Who got you interested in playing football?
Really the people around me, my friends and my dad, they got me interested in playing football. I never really tried it before, but once I got out there, I couldn't go back.
What do you like about playing football for Paris High School?
Something that I like about playing football for Paris is, everyone is together. It really feels like a family whenever you're on the field, whenever you're at practice. Everybody has a sort of bond with each other, and I think it just makes us different.
Do you have any personal goals this season?
My personal goals for this season is to just step up and be a leader, be someone that everybody else can look up to whenever they need it, and just take this team to the level that we need to be at.
Zion Webb, you wear 75 there on your jersey, so obviously you're a big lineman. What is it about being a lineman that makes you guys so tough?
Being a lineman, it's tough because people underestimate going both sides of the ball, and people just always look at the skills. But I really think truly the linemen work the hardest, and the skills can't do much without us. So we really lead the team, I feel like.
Do you play other sports, Zion?
I do shot put, shot and disc, track and field.
Describe the best win you ever had in football.
Honestly, the best win we've had was probably against Bath County last week, because it was really it was a blowout, and I feel like yeah, that's our best win. I feel like.
Thank you, Coach Rice, and your players at Paris High School for being on the show today.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
That's it for the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Okay, with so many places to buy new appliances, where should you go? A big box store? How about a warehouse club? I don't think so. Go where your neighbors go. P-Rats was voted Central Kentucky's favorite place to buy appliances. Here's why. They have all the major brands at the guaranteed lowest price, low interest financing with options to fit any budget, plus an award-winning in-house service and installation team. Voted Central Kentucky's favorite place for appliances. We're the best in the bluegrass.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
WKYT and the Kentucky Blood Center are teaming up again to save lives at the annual WKYT Blood Drive.
It's a two-day event, Wednesday, September 7th and Thursday, September 8th at these Kentucky Blood Center locations.
Blood donation is still essential, and your donation stays in Kentucky to help your community.
So come on out and donate, and we'll thank you with a gift from our sponsors.
Visit kybloodcenter.org for details and save a life today.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athletes of the Week, the girls volleyball team members from George Rogers Clark High School. With us, we have volleyball coach Kanan Hudson and two of his volleyball team members, Abby Cubican, outside hitter, and Kelsey McKeon. Coach Kanan Hudson, talk to us about your season so far this year.
So far we've gotten off to a great start. Our varsity team is sitting at 6-2. We've definitely played some very high-level competitive ball, and this being my second year here, we've definitely taken the right steps to building this program and continue to build some great success here with some great athletes, great players, and a great community support behind it.
Describe the makeup and experience you have on your volleyball team, Coach.
So this year we have a lot more experience than we probably did last year. I mean, we were a young team last year, my first year coming in. This year we're sitting with 6 seniors, 6 juniors, and some great underclassmen talent to back it up. And we had, between our middle school and high school programs, we had almost 35 girls playing club ball, so playing year-round this coming year. So it makes quite a difference coming into this season as far as where we started and where we want to go towards the end.
Talk about these 2 volleyball team members you brought in. They maintain good grade point averages. Talk about that.
So they do a good job handling themselves on and off the volleyball court. Obviously, I've got Kelsey here, who's our varsity setter. She's also our floor captain as well. This will be her second year handling that position and that job. And then I also have Abby here, who's been, a huge leader on and off the court. Very respected by all her teammates, and definitely works hard but pushes her teammates as well. And this year being her senior year, she's definitely done a great job accepting that leadership role as our players captain and pushing everybody to be the best team we can be.
Well, Abby Cubican, you have a grade point average of 4.524. Who got you interested in volleyball? How old were you?
I was around 12 and 7th grade when my sister started playing, and I just saw her playing and I really loved it, and so I tried to get into it too.
What did you work on or do you work on to improve your game?
It's a big mentality thing for me, and so I think about how can I improve what I'm doing, and then how can I help other people's even when I'm not doing good.
As a good student, how do you balance academics and volleyball?
I like to use my free time in class to ask teachers for help and just to use it to finish homework, so when I have time to come home and do volleyball and I don't have to rush and do homework late at night.
Kelsey McKeon, a grade point average of 4.05. As a good student, who does the most encouraging to you be a good student that you are?
I'd definitely say my parents and my coach. Obviously, they want me to do good in academics, or they wouldn't let me be here today. So they really push me hard.
What's your favorite thing about being on the volleyball team at GRC?
I'd definitely say the environment. Everyone was just so encouraging and uplifting. They always make you feel wanted and needed to be there.
Well, thank you, Coach Hudson. We can see from these 2 young girls why GRC's having a great volleyball season.
Hey, thank you. We're definitely, on the right track and continue to build success not only this season, but for our future seasons to come as well.
That's it for the Crown Trophy Scholar Athletes of the Week from George Rogers Clark.
Let's take a look at our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Mason County at Tates Creek, and Commodores quarterback Andrew Witherington on the slant to Mason Jackson. And how does he make the grab? He gets hit in the face, and he still holds it for the touchdown. In fact, he had his first 2 career varsity scores tonight. But the Mason County Royals would win 24-21. Congrats to Tates Creek's Mason Jackson, our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
There's a new judge in town.
Real people.
What's in the box?
The cremation of her husband.
Why?
Real cases.
You had champagne taste, but a beer budget.
Your Honor, say that one more time.
Real families in crisis.
He's a slob.
Your sister stepped in because she loved you.
I'm not a bad person.
It might start in the family room, but it ends in my courtroom. I'm Judge Rhonda Wills, and that's my ruling.
Relative justice.
A full hour starting at 9 on the CW Lexington.
When it comes to a lung cancer diagnosis, you need to know the facts. Fact, in the United States, over 25,000 black men and women are diagnosed with lung cancer each year. Fact, lung cancer continues to be the leading cause of cancer deaths among black men and women. Learn all that you can on lung cancer screening and clinical trials by visiting standuptocancer.org/lung cancer. Because fact, change is possible, and it starts with you.
Welcome into the UK Healthcare Sports Medicine segment with Rob Ullery, the Outreach Director of UK Sports Medicine. Rob, how you doing today? Glad to have you on the show.
Gary, I am doing great, and I'm so excited to be a part of the show and to kick off this celebratory, outstanding, exciting 20th year here for the Scholastic Ball Report.
Yeah, you and I do have a history, Rob. Why don't you talk about the history of you and I over the past 20 plus years?
Well, I mean, this is a long-standing relationship, Gary. I mean, this was a labor of love, I know, on your part, and that approaching me 20 years ago on the football field at Tates Creek High School saying, Rob, what do you think about doing a high school highlight show? And seeing if UK Sports Medicine would be the title sponsor for that, and having a segment on each show, helping the coaches and the parents and the athletes, just educating them on sports medicine topics every show. And I think that when we started this thing, that it was like I said, a labor of love, and we've come a long way, and the show has gotten better and better. I think the multiple people we've had on the show has just been outstanding, and it's great learning tools for my staff, and it's a great learning tool for the coaches and the parents, just to learn a little bit about sports medicine and what athletic trainers do out in the field.
Talk to us about your role at UK Healthcare and the trainers you have out in the field, the athletic trainers you have.
So my role is as director is to oversee our athletic training program. We have over 25, 30 schools, middle and high schools, that we provide athletic training services throughout central Kentucky. And those athletic trainers are there keeping the athletes safe and keeping them not hurting themselves any worse. And as our slogan is we keep them in the game. And that's what we do, is we try to keep them in the game as healthy as possible.
Friday night, we're at Woodford County at Dunbar. You are the athletic trainers for both of those high schools.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity to highlight two of our great athletic trainers on Friday night, two hardworking athletic trainers. And I can't stress enough how important it is and how thankful we are to be able to have this platform to show what our athletic trainers do.
Rob, you also have the walk-in clinic every Monday. I think it's Saturday now, so that's exciting.
We don't do Saturday anymore. We've run into some technical problems with that, but we do offer Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. We accept all, first come, first serve. And we try to get those student athletes in and out so they don't miss much class time and the parents don't miss much work, and to be evaluated by some top-notch sports medicine physicians.
Well, that's what it's all about, is what you guys do at UK Sports Medicine with the big surgery. Rob, we really appreciate you being on the show with us today.
No, I can't thank you guys enough, and just love being a part of the Scholastic Ball Report.
That's Rob Ullery from the UK Sports Medicine and Healthcare, one of our title sponsor this year on the Scholastic Ball Report. We'll be back with more after this.
All right, two great traditions, Beechwood and Somerset, down in the Pulaski County Briar Patch. Beechwood got on the board first, followed by, well, you got to have the intro, right? There's the American flag. How about this? Cash Harney, tossing a beauty. Over to Antonio Robinson. Whoa, look at that, breaking some ankles down the sideline. He's got a touchdown, 13-0 in a hurry. A few plays later, Cash making it rain. Running back. That's Mitchell Berger.
Oh, you got to have a burger at Beechwood.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like, and they got to
back.
wear 36 or whatever.
I like him. It's like me on New Circle
30.
Road right now in the middle of the afternoon. Finds his way through traffic. It's 21-0. The Tigers win 47-0. Remain on the state's longest winning streak of 26 games.
I've been doing this for a long time. Somebody has to stand up for victims.
Detective Stabler, my partner, Detective Benson.
The world is changing. It took a lot of courage to get up on that stand. There's no stigma in coming forward. Please help me stop him.
He's not gonna ever be able to hurt you again.
I promise you, I'll protect you. I'm not gonna stop until we find this guy.
Law and Order SVU, weekdays at 11 on the CW Lexington.
Tell me about the new coroner.
Oh, well, he's no Jenny.
Okay, then.
Dr. Cooper, I've heard so much about you. Let's see what you can do.
Looks like I have a boss for the next 2 months. Either get on board or get out of my autopsy.
Praying over bodies, talking to a survivor. You're a coroner, not a social worker.
Coroner. New episodes premiere Sunday, October 2nd on the CW.
Well, that's our show for this week. Join us next week for another exciting Scholastic Ball Report highlighting high school athletes in the area. As always, special thanks to our Scholastic Ball Report team. Prep Spin's King of Stream, William Warfield. Joel Clace, our director. Executive producer, Bridget DeVries. And the WKYT sports staff, Brian Mallon, Lee K. Howard. And remember, for those you see and you don't see, you keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.